Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Country Cruiser here. I was playing around the internet there, and I don't know how I came upon it. I was just bullshitting around. You know how it always is. You get on YouTube, look at one link, and then the next link, and the next link, and the next link, then the next article, and the next article. That shit, you start off just looking at something like a moto vlog, and before you know it, you're like looking at a fucking list of every emperor China's ever had or something. So either way, it's one of those kinds of nights. I'm just surfing around. And found this thing called a Euthanasia Coaster. And it's an idea. It's not made, it's not real. It's a scale model and designed by this guy. I'm probably gonna get his name wrong. Jonas Uberden, something like that. He's from Lithuania, Northern Europe, right? So that's me like, I don't think he's Nordish, but probably about the same. Big white guy, resistant to frost magic, that type of shit. Either way, so he came up with this roller coaster that you can use to basically kill people. I'm guessing like terminal patients. I don't know the reason behind it. I just know what it does. I don't know the purpose. I mean, I know the purpose. I don't know the reason. But I'm guessing it's for like terminal patients who are tired of hanging on. Maybe taking it as far as like suicidal people, things like that. But I don't know nothing about that. Either way, it's this roller coaster. And basically the gist of it is it uses the G-forces that roller coasters cause, the shit pilots and astronauts go through, to deprive the brain of oxygen and kill you, basically. It starts off on this, it's like a 1,500-foot drop, which is high as shit. That's higher than any roller coaster there is. And that drops you straight down, which gets you enough speed going to where you can go into these 5 loops. And the loops are so tight, it starts pulling blood away from the brain and pushing it towards your feet. Eventually you're going to lose consciousness. The brain's not getting oxygen, you die. And then it pulls in, you can take the passenger out, the body out, and then it's ready to load the next guy in. And he made this, he's made it because you've seen astronauts, I don't know if you've seen it, but astronauts, when they experience this G-force, Air Force pilots, when they experience this, they go, sometimes they black out from it. It was a bunch of accidents. Air Force had a bunch of accidents, lost a bunch of pilots, because out of nowhere, they didn't know why they were going down. And it's because they were getting delusional, they were starting to hallucinate, and they were losing control of the plane from lack of oxygen. It was causing them to hallucinate. Sometimes they have like out-of-body experience. This one guy describes as they started testing it. This one guy describes it during the test. You can see where he kind of blacks out. And so he just goes over. They just got footage from the room where he's, you know, they're doing these tests to try to see, they're trying to figure out what's happening, you know, what's the effects, can we stop the effects, things like that. And he'd been through a whole bunch of them. He talks about how he keeps coming back in like he passed out for a minute, but he didn't, although he went unconscious, he's basically like dreaming. His brain had him in all kinds of crazy ass places, where basically, although he's losing consciousness, his brain's trying to find out what the hell happened. It just lost contact with the body, and it's not really asleep yet. It's just, it's disconnected. So it's trying to make up a reality to what the hell must be happening so he can fix it. You know, it's your brain basically just slapping at anything it can, trying to stay above water.
When I woke up, I remember just sitting there, and I'm in this little white space. I actually had no idea who I was, who am I, where I was, or what I was doing. Why am I doing this? So I'm sitting in this little white ball, and I'm looking around, and what is this all about? I hear this beeping. There's this white light beeping. And then at that moment, I realize that I'm in a little room and that I'm supposed to do something, and that one of the things I'm supposed to do is press that button. So I press the button. And at that moment I realized, holy mackerel, I'm a pilot, I'm in an airplane, and I'm not flying it. And I grabbed the controls, and then just in a giant rush, I'm Tim Sestak. Holy mackerel, I'm Tim Sestak. I'm Tim Sestak. I'm a pilot. I'm flying in the centrifuge. All came back to me at once, and I was okay.
Commander Sestak, Dr. Bennett, how you feeling? Again, like I've been gone a long...
Shit, I don't know where I am. Honest to God, don't know where the hell I am. I thought I was at the grocery store. By the way, the other thing is I couldn't control my arm to get the sound off either.
So I don't have any idea if this dude's idea would work. Like, I don't know if what he's talking about doing, I don't know if the math adds up on it. But if it would, and if we did start killing people, you know, if we did start putting them down like that, it wouldn't be a terrible way to go. Go out for one last ride, fucking tallest roller coaster in the world, come down that shit, and then go into hallucinations until you pass out and die. He used the word euphoria. I don't know about that. You think of the word euphoria like happiness, and I don't think too many people's going euphoric because they get confused and, you know, start having these crazy ass thoughts. I imagine you'd be scared and confused more than anything, but I do imagine it's probably pretty painless, maybe nauseating. The more I talk about it, probably just fucking easier to get some kind of morphine overdose or some shit, have doctors put you in a coma. I don't know. Either way, it's a neat idea, real interesting topic. The whole top, you know, the idea of euthanasia anyway, I'm kind of for that, I guess. I hate to see anybody die, but I lost my grandmother a few years ago, and we had to, like, I guess, pull the plugs, what you'd call it. Like, she went on life support, but, you know, it's just the saying of it. We had to take her off. Well, she was on a ventilator. She could breathe without it, just not good, you know. Either way, so we had to pull all that, and she was unconscious. And it seems kind of shitty to have to, because you know, in essence, you're killing her. She can't live without help. We're taking away that help. So you're killing her, but doctors are allowed to let you die. They're not allowed to do anything that, like, they couldn't give you an overdose on morphine. They couldn't give you something that would kill you. And it just seems kind of, I don't know, it just seems odd that we can sit there and watch her die, but we can't make that as easy for her as we can. Like, we can't just go ahead and finish it. I don't know, it just seems odd to me. I mean, we even put dogs down, like you put animals down when they're sick and shit. You don't make them just sit there and wait to die. You just give them a shot and that's it. And that sucks. I'm not talking about that in a good light. Just if you have to come to that shitty decision, I don't know. It would have been easier, I think, to just do that than to worry about it, because she's unconscious, which makes her look peaceful. She's just laying there. But you don't know what the brain's doing. Like, you don't know, is she feeling pain? Is she locked in at all? I mean, that's rare. I know you know what I'm saying, but still the same. You gotta, you know, it's all questions you'd have. I guess on the other end, you worry about if I gave her that shot, could a miracle have happened? But I don't know, man. So either way, support it or don't support euthanasia. It was a cool ass story, a cool ass idea this guy had. He made a scale model of it. Once again, I don't know if the math works on it. I don't know if it's effective, but the design and the idea behind it is fascinating, if nothing else. A little bit dark, but, you know, I wanted to share that with everybody. I got a kick out of it. Hey, man, thanks for the view. Subscribe, like, share. I appreciate it, man. Later.